Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is November 8th. Lisa, Scott, and Dylan here with you this morning. Before we jump into our news and weather headlines, I want to remind you we're on Facebook Live every weekday morning. It stays on your feed throughout the day, so whatever time works for you. We also make it into a podcast. You can go to inform.com/podcast and look for the Inform Minute. Find us on our Inform YouTube channel and, of course, live on air every weekday morning. First News is on from 5 to 7 a.m.
Yes, that's right. All right, Dylan, today let's talk about the weather. A little rough patch before we get pretty nice out there, but it's not too bad out.
Yeah, the forecast high is 50, but it's not a pretty 50. It's an ugly 50. A strong wind will pick up out of the west, 15 to 25, gusting up to 35. There's a wind advisory actually out in western North Dakota because it's going to be so windy.
Oof.
So, yeah, we'll hit 50, and just, it's not pretty.
Yeah.
It's going to be a windy 50. Could see some sun. Actually, this morning we are seeing, some of our tower cams seeing the sun, if you're not seeing fog this morning. But the wind is actually helping remove the fog. Might see a couple peaks of sunshine before clouds take over once again.
It's been so cloudy. I would like to see the sun for a little bit.
It's been cloudy since, Saturday. We haven't seen the sun in a while. So, it's good to see it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, clouds will come back. And it's going to be windy and cold. The northwest breeze 15 to 25, gusting to 30. So another windy day tomorrow. Yeah, kind of miserable. A couple flurries up to the north before we do warm up going into the end of the weekend into next week. Middle 50s to low 60s. So warmer weather is coming. Just got to get through this, which is today, temperatures in the lower 50s is above average. We average this time of year about the low 40s. So
it's kind of one of those days where if you look at a generic weather app, you might say, not a bad day, but then that is not really the case.
Exactly. It's a bad day. Or it's not a great day. So, So, that's it.
Good stuff. Thank you, Dylan.
You betcha.
All right, we do have some breaking news for you this morning. This is just into our newsroom here in the last hour or so. There has been a school bus crash in West Fargo. That accident happened around 7-ish this morning at the intersection of Cheyenne Street and 32nd Avenue in West Fargo. We know it involved a West Fargo school bus and a pickup truck. We got video of the scene. Our cameraman is still out there right now getting information. But you can see the front end of the pickup truck smashed in pretty badly. We have learned no kids were on board the bus at the time of the accident. So, of course, that's good news. But we are working to find out still if either the bus driver or the driver of the pickup truck was injured. So, of course, stick with us for updates on that story.
Today, a busy street in downtown Fargo could get even more congested. You might want a heads up on this before you jump in the car. Traffic will be reduced to 2 lanes on 10th Street between 1st Avenue North and 1st Avenue South. That lane closure will allow for crews to do some work on the boulevard next to 10th Street. It's only expected to last about 2 days.
Okay. Right now, the fire marshal is investigating a garage fire that broke out at a Fargo apartment complex as suspicious. Today, we're expecting to learn more about that investigation, what it's all entailing, and why they're suspicious. We broke that news for you yesterday morning. It was at a France Apartments on 42nd Street South, just before midnight. That's when that fire broke out. While at the scene, our team saw significant damage to at least one garage. There was smoke that had kind of filtered into all the other garages too in that same area, so crews had to open up garage doors and essentially fan them out to get all that smoke out of there. Now, I believe a couple of those garages still boarded up this morning as the investigation continues. Of course, we're going to keep you updated on if there's anything new that comes out of that investigation.
Right now, a proposed sports complex near the Alara Center in Grand Forks is getting a huge boost. Altru Health Systems is committing $10 million to the project. It's going to go towards funding the $98 million expansion of the event center. It will include a new indoor turf, swimming pool, track, pickleball courts. The building at this point, or the expansion, is only a proposal. It will go to a citywide vote to fund the project through an extension of the 0.75% sales tax that's set to expire in 2029. That vote's coming up. We've been talking about this for quite a while. It's actually next Tuesday from 7 to 7 at the Alara Center. You can vote in person, but if you want to do it early, in-person voting will take place. In-person voting is happening next Tuesday, but you can get those absentee ballots right now at the Grand Forks County office if you want to vote early. So.
Never a bad idea. All right, let's talk about the Cass County Commission. They're expanding their offices thanks to a sale by the Fargo Park District. The historic Robert D. Johnson building has been sold to the commission. This is ending a long, months-long saga over its future. The commission had been looking to buy the building since about April, but concerns over its conditions led to several back-and-forth negotiations. between the commission and the park district. Well, finally, they settled on something. The building is going to cost the commission $825,000. They're going to put several of their offices in there. And then the current offices that are there right now for the park district, as well as the 5 nonprofits there, those are going to be all moving to the new Fargo Sports Complex.
Okay, heads up if you're in Grand Forks, and hopefully we're not too late telling you this.
Yeah.
When you're listening or watching, you might need to put your garbage on the curb a little earlier than normal. Garbage pickup is changing this week in observance of the Veterans Day holiday. A lot of people are observing city offices, things closed on Friday. Veterans Day is actually on Saturday, but garbage pickup's a big one. People who have regular Friday pickups along the A route will have their garbage picked up today. That's why I say you might still have time if you're just listening now. People on the Friday B route, your garbage will be picked up tomorrow, so no pickup of garbage on Friday. However, recycling will still be picked up as normal on Friday.
Gotta get the trash out.
Gotta get it out.
All right, the Bison men's basketball team will have their home opener tonight. They're coming off a big road win to start off their season. The Bison play Mount Marty at the Shack tonight. Tip off at 7 o'clock. Still tickets available, so go out there, support the team. Of course, NDSU started their season Monday night, beating Western Michigan in an overtime thriller.
Big day on the campaign trail today for Republicans looking to be the next president of the United States. The third GOP debate is happening tonight in Miami. We've been tracking this very closely for you. We reported Governor Doug Burgum will not be there because he did not make the cut. Ron DeSantis, Tim Scott, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Chris Christie will all take the stage. Some of the topics they'll be asked about will be the ongoing war in Israel and Ukraine, as well as the U.S. economy.
Yeah, of course, we're going to have a big recap of everything that was talked about tomorrow morning on First News, and then I'm sure all the national outlets will be covering that pretty heavy as well, of course. Besides that debate happening tonight, this is news from Capitol Hill. New this morning, the U.S. House passed a resolution to censure the only Palestinian American in Congress over her critical comments she made of Israel. The House voted to censor Democratic Representative Rashida Tlaib of Michigan. Now, that's kind of a formal term that's used in politics to express strong disapproval of someone's comments. It's a punishment that's one step below expulsion from Congress. However, it doesn't really actually carry any practical effect except to know that your colleagues do not approve of what you're doing. It also comes from last week. Tlaib posted a video to social media featuring clips of protesters chanting "from the river to the sea." Now, that saying is considered anti-Semitic and is commonly used when calling for eradication of Israel or killing of Jews. So that's kind of where this whole thing stemmed from. Now, before that vote happened, Tlaib delivered an emotional speech on the House floor, saying her criticism of Israel and their government should not be viewed as anti-Semitic. So,
Hot Mic with Dom Izzo coming up here this morning, 9 to 11. North Prairie is back in the Dakota Bowl for the first time in 8 years. Big story. Head coach Josh Keller joins the show to preview the 9-man title game. Back to the Bison. NDSU head coach Dave Richmond will be on the show. Not only does he have the home opener tonight, but it's also signing day. So they have lots to talk about with current and future Bison. Hot Mic on from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra. Also, I bet they might talk about a former Bison you may have heard of, Carson Wentz.
oh yeah, I'm sure they're going to talk about him.
That was kind of a big story yesterday, but I don't know if we've heard Dom's take on it. So Wentz is going to the Rams.
Yeah, he's signing with the Rams. This will be his 4th team in 4 years. He's going to be the backup to Matthew Stafford, but Stafford is kind of banged up right now. So he might get a chance to get on the field. We'll see what happens. I'm sure Dom will have plenty to say about it.
Absolutely. And remember, now is a great time to get your Inform.com subscription. All of these stories, news, weather, and sports, lots on Wentz online. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to check it out.
And then join us the rest of the day on air as well. Our next newscast is at 11. I'll be doing that with Dylan this morning, so join us for then. And then also 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10, we got you covered on air with our newscast.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.